Thank you for tuning in to Art TV6 News. Our top story tonight: Shelbyville Central Schools are closed due to a freakish snowstorm that hit the area overnight. For more on that story, here's our weatherman for a full report.
Okay, and this is Mr. Sutton with the weather. Boy, have we got a report for you tonight. Here we have the state of Indiana. Shelbyville's right here. We have a major winter storm right over Shelbyville. We're expecting probably around 8 inches of snow this evening. School is definitely going to be canceled tomorrow. We have strong winds to the east coming in at about 20 miles per hour. The snow is going to be gathering. It's going to probably start at around midnight. It's going to keep on pouring down snow probably till about 7 o'clock the next morning. Maybe a little bit of ice. Low temperatures. The low temperature, I think, for this evening is around 5 below zero. And the weather's supposed to stay that cold all day tomorrow. The kids in Shelbyville are definitely going to have to be prepared for a snow day tomorrow. The snow is unreal. No driving. The best thing to do would just be to stay home, safe, where it's warm, have some hot chocolate, stay off the streets. Now back to you.
It sure is cold out there. Kids, make sure you bundle up and stay warm. What is that noise? What is that racket out on the street?
I'm right on it.
This just in. 2 individuals were caught running out of the bakery with a slice of cake. Oh, the humanity of it all, to ruin a perfectly good cake by removing a slice.
I can't believe it. Our man on the scene was at the bakery at the time of the cake robbery. What can you tell us about the suspect?
They were really gruesome looking characters. One was reported to be 7 feet tall with fluffy arms, really deep set eyes. The other suspect was reported to look like Ernie from Sesame Street. We're pretty sure they're trying to hide their true identities. But if you see these two, please contact your local police department at the Shelbyville Police. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you for that updated report. Now in other news, Bigfoot was spotted purchasing a Slurpee at the local Bigfoot Mart on 44. I'm sorry, folks. We're receiving a bulletin from our man on the street.
Seems they are closing in on the suspects. Yet, according to our sources, they're approaching the suspects and are ready to make an arrest at any time now. Back to you in the studio. We seem to be experiencing some difficulties back at the studio. Are you there? Hello?
And kids, if you want to learn how to draw a cake, stay tuned.
Hello, students of Shelbyville Central Schools. Welcome to your 3rd e-learning module for elementary art. We are the elementary art teachers. I'm Mr. Sutton from Loper Elementary School.
I'm Mrs. Adams from Hendricks Elementary School.
And I'm Mrs. Quellhorst from Colston Elementary School.
And we're very excited to teach you a neat 3-dimensional drawing project today that has to do with the famous artist Wayne Thiebaud.
Today, we will be drawing a 3-dimensional cake. We will be covering these things: an ellipse, form, cylinder, line, details, pattern, symmetry, color, and space. I think you'll find this lesson very exciting and very fun. Let's get started.
Hi boys and girls. So today we are going to get started drawing some three-dimensional cakes like the famous artist Wayne Thiebaud. To get started, you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil and an eraser. We can go over our pencil marks with marker and crayon later, but to start with you're going to need a pencil because we will be doing some erasing. So first of all, we're going to draw an ellipse. So you're just going to use your pencil, pressing lightly so you can erase, and draw an ellipse toward the top of your paper. I'm pressing a little harder than what you would want to press, just so you can see my lines as I draw them. Next, we're going to draw two vertical lines going straight down from the end of the ellipse. An ellipse is just basically almost a sideways oval or a flattened circle. Then we're going to draw another line on this side, straight down. These two vertical lines are going to determine how tall your cake is going to be. You can make them as long as you like. If you want it to be a 2-layer cake, you might make your line shorter. If you wanted it to be a 6-layer cake, you could draw longer lines. Okay, so next we're going to draw the bottom of the cake. Now to do this, we need to make a curved line. This is going to make our cake look a little bit more three-dimensional and give it depth. So as you're doing this, you want to look at the top curve of your cake and make the bottom of the cake curve the same way. So we have the bottom line of our cake, and as you can see, it looks like the form of a cylinder. Next, we're going to draw a piece of the cake missing. This is going to help show depth in our picture and make it look a little more three-dimensional. To do this, we're going to put a dot in the center of the top of the ellipse. Next, we're going to draw two diagonal lines coming out like that. Next, we're going to go straight down with two vertical lines. So it's going to look kind of like there's a house right here in our picture. Next, we're going to make a line going from the dot straight down to about right there. And then we're going to draw two more diagonal lines from this outer part of the bottom part of our cake up, and same thing on the other side to make it symmetrical. Now, after we do some erasing here, there's a few lines that we do not need in our picture because part of the cake has been taken out. So this part of the cake is no longer there. A piece is missing. So we're just going to erase that line like that. And then up here at the top, we have to erase that top part of the cake because that piece is no longer there. So we'll just erase that line and erase that line. And next, we're going to draw a couple more lines. You're going to decide if you want it to be a 2-layer cake or 3-layer cake. And we're going to draw a few more diagonal lines like that. Now, as you're doing this, you want to be thinking about what kind of cake you want it to be. Do you want it to be chocolate? Do you want it to be filled with icing or cream or strawberries or some other type of fruit? Be creative. Think about how you want to decorate the whole cake and what kind of filling you're going to put in your cake. So we're going to just draw a few more lines here. I'm going to put
thick icing in the center of mine.
And then Mrs. Adams is going to show you how to add more details to make your creative cake. Have fun!
Okay, you just watched Mrs. Quellhorse draw an ellipsis. So what we're going to do now is we're going to draw another ellipsis. It's going to be a little wider because we're going to draw the stand on which the cake sits. So I'm going to start my ellipsis here. Now I may have to adjust it a little bit and erase. That's fine. If you draw light enough, it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, now if you just wanted your cake to sit on a plate, that would be fine. But I'm going to make it a little more fancy. So remember how she brought down the sides of her cake here? I'm going to do that again, but just a little bit. So I'm going to put my lines here, and I'm going to mimic that curved line again, which looks like the letter C. Now my cake is sitting on a platter. It's not enough for me. I want it to really be on a stand up in the air a little bit. I'm going to find the center because my cake is symmetrical. I am going to put a circle here. It's not really a full circle because this is hanging down over top of my circle. Then I'm going to write the number 11. Slightly bent in a little bit. It's curved, it's concave. Rounded on the bottom. Another ellipsis. 2 more lines. And now my cake has a stand. I'm going to step out of the picture and look at it for just a second. Okay, now that we have our cake on a stand, we're going to start decorating it. And one of my favorite things to do is line. I love to decorate using a line and having a pattern. So, if you've noticed sometimes when you buy cakes, they have that nice little wavy line that goes around. You know that good thick icing you like to run your finger through? Oh, yum, that's what I like. So I'm doing a wavy line. It's almost like a bunny hop. I know you guys have heard me say that a lot. Bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop. Like that. Now that I've got that on, if I want to, I can erase that inside line. I don't need that anymore. Now if you're going to color that in solid, you may not have to erase if you've drawn lightly enough. But I'm going to erase it. I'm going to use another line here in just a minute to show you how to draw a decorative rose. Fix my line here. Right here in the center, I'm going to make a decorative rose using this line. Recognize that? If you said spiral, you are correct. Put a little leaf here, a little leaf here, like that. Oh, I'm not finished. I know some of you are thinking, oh, is she done? Nope, I'm not finished yet. Here's another wavy line, followed by, let's see, what do I want to do? I think I'll do a looped line right here. And one over here, because we've got that piece of cake missing there. And maybe I'll put a couple of roses down here as well. And here, another rose. Some of that fancy icing again that I can erase right there if I need to. But again, if you're making it dark like blue or purple, you may not have to do it there. I like the way it looks. Now we're going to watch Mr. Sutton color the cake.
All right, students, now we're going to do the final touches, which is the coloring. This art lesson is really based off of the artist Wayne Thiebaud, who was a famous painter who did these beautiful paintings of cakes and other food. You can see he used really, really bright colors. He used really, really thick paint, which kind of makes it feel almost like the frosting on the cake. If you look at these finished examples, one thing that's really neat is the part that was cut out, that was taken out, is a completely different color than the outside. And that gives your picture contrast. And also it makes the inside of your cake kind of stand out a little bit more. So let's begin. All right, students, before we begin the really fun part, which is coloring, we need to work a little bit on the background of our picture. So I'm going to go up a little bit higher than the middle of the paper, and I'm going to draw a horizontal line that goes across, then skip over the cake and bring it off to the other side to put our cake onto a table. Now let's use line and make a pattern for the background. I'm going to skip about 3 fingers from the edge, and then I'm going to drop a vertical line down and then stop where it touches the table. And now I'm going to repeat that to make kind of a striped pattern, and then stop where it touches the cake to create depth. And then go all the way across. And now we have kind of a background, and our beautiful cake is sitting on a table. Now when you color your artwork at home for e-learning, you can use anything that you have at home. You could use markers, Crayola markers, you could use crayons, or colored pencils, or oil pastels if you have them. So let's see, on the inside here, I'm going to use some brown, and I'm going to pretend that this is going to be chocolate. So this piece is going to be colored in with brown. Nice and dark and smooth. And then I'm going to take it over to the other side. Try your very best to color as nicely as you can. Stay inside your lines, nice and even and smooth. Now I like chocolate and yellow cake. So I'm going to take a little bit of gold, and I'm going to make this yellow cake with the chocolate icing. Nice and smooth. This will be fun for you to make any artwork at home. On our snowy day, you can have fun and color and do some awesome artwork. So there's the inside of the cake. Now maybe I'll use some markers really fast. Maybe this beautiful iced rose, I could do a bright red rose and use my marker. And then I can shade it in. Or you could use crayons. And now maybe I'll use some green for the leaves. The most important part is to have all the details different colors so that everything kind of stands out and it's separate. Let's do something really fun for the outside that's really, really different. How about maybe some pink? Maybe the outside of this cake on the outside could be something really different than the inside. So maybe this piece on the outside could be pink. I'm not going to take the time to finish this whole thing, but I'm going to show you how you can color around your details. And then this little piece in here could be pink. Maybe this is a Valentine's Day cake or something. Now this little piece, let me find some red. Maybe this little piece of icing here could be, oh, that's more of a pink. Let me see if I can find some red. Pink and red look kind of neat together. And now I can fill this part in. And before you know it, ta-da! And when you're done, you're going to have the piece that looks something like this. Color the background. I demonstrated coloring the inside of the cake, color the outside, color whatever it's sitting on, fill your whole page, and have fun. We're very proud of you. Thank you. Hi, I'm Mr. Sutton from Loper Elementary School.
I'm Mrs. Adams from Hendricks Elementary.
And I'm Mrs. Quellhorst from Colston Elementary.
And we want to thank you for watching our e-learning lesson, Module 3. And we hope you have as much fun creating your artwork
As he did eating that cake right now.
See you next time.
Bye.